Hallo Leute, ich hoffe es geht euch gut. If you know what I did there, that was German. So I took German for 8 years when I was a kid. So because I was bilingual in French, I grew up, Quebec. So everyone's been asking for an entire review of the U-boats and, quite frankly, the American boats as well. And I haven't done a review in quite some time. So here we go. I'm starting off with the German side first, and there have been, I'm going to say, one really dramatic change in the game, which I was not actually aware of. You used to be able to dive down to the 60-meter point and just get away. I mean, hydro didn't work there, and the reversible submarine hydro didn't work down there as well. Well, guess what? It now does. So I decided to play several games of U-69, U-190, and U-2501 and whatnot. So sometimes I played aggressive, sometimes I didn't, sometimes I played back. So I want to get into a detailed review. My captain skills are steady for all three boats. But like I said, there are some changes. And not only will I do the review on the boats, all six of them in total, but I'm actually going to do some tips and tricks and to show you some stuff and, quite frankly, what not to do and what to do. But in short, if you are aggressive in submarines now, I can see why a lot of the community is saying they're dead in 2 to 3 minutes. So anyway, I'll learn some new tactics. As always, let's get into it. Armor, 16 mil, like the Mino. Basically no armor. Paper thin, 11.5, hasn't changed at all. Artillery, she's got 188 millimeter gun. If you're on the surface using this, don't. Sonar, 6.5 second per ping. She's got 11.5 kilometer range in the ping, and it's 550 meters per second, which means you're looking at, what, just under 20 seconds to go the entire distance. Torps, she's got 4 tubes in the front, 1 in the stern. They do 11.5 kilometers and 73 knots. They're not bad, I like them. Top speed, like I said, 73 knots. And your detectability is 1.9 kilometers. Diving capacity, you got 230 units per second. And you can use 1 unit of diving capacity per second. And yeah, 230. Had to make sure I had that right. Maneuverability, 28.4 knots on the surface. Turning circle, 420, and rudder shift's actually a little slow, 4.1. 13.6 underwater. 2.7 meters per second you can dive, and that's very important. Concealment is excellent at 5.7, but what's important to you is your plane spotting and your detectability there, which is 2.1, and there's detectability range shared at 2 kilometers. Equipment, for this one I took main armor modification, then I took engine room protection. I built everything for submarines, so sonar modification. This is not a surface ship. And then I took steering gear modification too. Damage control, 5 and 57, pretty decent. Ship hydro, you can spot ships at 7 kilometers for 30 seconds and a 76-second reload. And that's it's consumable, has no length of time. Submarine surveillance, this one's excellent, 9 kilometers, 60 seconds, with almost a 2-minute cooldown period, which is extensive, but when you need it, you need it. You don't always need it, but sometimes you do. And then you have your reserve battery unit, which lasts 30 seconds, so you stop depleting your battery when you're underwater. You only get 2 of those. There's my flags, pretty straightforward, and you only get homing torpedoes with this boat. You don't get the straight shooting ones. Exterior, I just took the permanent camo. It is what it is. Can't remember if it cost me or not. My captain is going to Luntens. So for me, everything's based on submarines. So enhanced sonar, minus 10%. Chance causing a flood, liquidator. Helmsman, this actually makes you dive quicker, or surface quicker as well. Priority target, that's important to me. Who's aiming at me? When you screw up, everybody is. Last stand, because you're going to get hit, without a doubt. And then for me, I do take enhanced impulse generator because I want the sonar ping velocity to last plus 15%. And, there's my win. I also take Sonarman Expert because that's important to me. That also increases your pings, your first and second ones, by 25%. Then I take improved battery efficiency. And this one's really important in enlarged propeller shaft. It's really important. It gives you a plus 18% speed boost underwater, which is really important. So how would I rate the submarines?
Get back. Commander, we've been detected.
Here comes the fun. After I took the cap, I would say, quite frankly, it's one of those things nowadays where you do want to be defensive. If you're going to be in the first 10 minutes of the game, you don't want to be charging in. I did on this game because I wanted the cap. I had an idea that the submarine wouldn't be there. So I did jump in and go get the cap and go hunt these guys down. You are very susceptible now to getting jumped pretty bad, and your stern tubes should be used, in my opinion, mostly for defensive nature and whatnot. Overall, I still love subs. They're kind of fun, but because you can be spotted with the Hydra ship, even at the deepest part, and any submarine with that consumable, Y consumable there, can actually spot you as well up to 9 kilometers at any depth. So you got to be very careful. I would be using these submarines, especially U-69, to stand off. Point your bow at somebody and go full astern. You got 11.5 kilometer range of torpedoes. You can still stay way out of the range of anyone's radar or hydro or whatever. You should be fine. Late in the game, you might want to start pushing in and get the stragglers and whatnot so you can kill them point blank. But I would say right now, in the first 10 minutes of the game, don't do that. You are going to die. Even I was being aggressive in the first couple games and died pretty early in the game, but it was kind of fun to see what I could and couldn't do anymore. Overall, I still like subs. I'm going to keep playing them. I think they're fun. But as always, down in the comments, leave me a comment. Let me know what you do. Do you play subs? Do you hate subs? You know, that kind of stuff. But for me, I love them. I'm going to keep playing them, and I'll have more videos for you guys. But as always, take care, and auf Wiedersehen.